the topic for this for today's webinar is going to be all about independence. It can be such a really interesting topic and a very scary topic. I'll be honest with you. Why is it kind of scary? Well, you're going to be doing stuff all by yourself without any support. Of course, that doesn't mean you won't ask for help, but you'll be doing stuff on your own judgment calls, and it can be kind of a scary thing. It can be kind of a challenging thing for a lot of us, and even so often, even with me when I'm running the company, it can be kind of challenging when I'm doing independent actions to be met. The first step to independence is moving forward without your parents being involved, and that started out with school, and then again, I was accompanied by teachers. Of course, sometimes independence don't really happen when you're with the teachers, because you're usually told what to do or you ask the permission, and that's totally okay. That's totally fine, because teachers are there to help you. They're here to support you. What they did was, I feel like this is very important. They actually asked me questions about, are you okay with doing this by yourself? They always ask me that. It's like, are you okay to do this? Are you independent enough? I would say, no, I need some extra help, or yeah, I can do it by myself. It's okay to say, I need some extra help. I'm not really quite independent enough, and that's okay. Again, that's what they're here to help you. But eventually, you'll meet the challenge of doing stuff by yourself, such as doing homework, getting the homework on that time, transitioning to different classes, going to the library, going to the gym, and as the years goes on with intermediate school, middle school, and high school, you will learn how to transition from one class to another. And that was pretty hard. I'll be honest with you. It was like one of the hardest things. I don't know where to go or which teacher there is, and because there's a whole bunch of teachers, and I'm so used to going for one teacher. It was a kind of thing when it comes to independence. You'll learn how to be flexible, and that took months. That took almost years for learning the independence for yourself, because I'm usually accompanied by teachers and parents almost all the time. So I didn't really get used to doing stuff by my own. I'm always used to asking people for help, or asking people for directions, or what to do, all that kind of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with asking what to do, being accompanied by someone, because that's just everyone's different in that area. It's important to know when to accept help and when to accept your own independence. It's okay to like I said, it's okay to be accompanied and such, because I've been accompanied with my teachers and my family members for a very, 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 very long time. For me, it took years and years and years to develop how to do stuff on my own without any help whatsoever. How did I get to there? Well, we learned by doing some practice runs. How do we do with practice? Well, for one thing, I usually am with my mother most of the time. This is my mom's house. I usually live with her most of the time, and she knows me a whole lot. During the years, and oftentimes she would, like during the summer, she would go to college classes, or even go to vacations, or even go to her friend's house. Why does she do that? Well, for one thing, it's fun to have a little break and such. And she says you can join me or not. But at the same time, what she would to do is say, I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to be gone for this amount of days. Can you manage by yourself? And then I would answer either, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this, or yes, I'm totally ready for this. And most of the times when I was a teenager, now I was mostly ready to be on my own. Was I nervous? Absolutely, because I'm used to being with my mother, and it's kind of hard to manage by myself too. Learning how to cook for myself, learning how to do the laundry, do the dishes, all that kind of stuff, all the different chores that you do, and she starts by developing a task list for all these different stuff that you have to work on, and then she would take away those task lists, and say, okay, you're on your own. You should do what you would say do. You're on your own by yourself. I'm not going to help you out for this time. I was like, okay, sure, and such. And then eventually, I would learn how to do the dishes, and, do the laundry, all that kind of stuff too. And to be honest, there were some chores that I forgot to do. And she says, we're going to need some more help. We're going to need some extra work on that. And that's okay. We all develop our own independence in different ways. She encourages me. She gives me some motivation to do all this kind of stuff, and that generally became kind of a big help when it comes to doing being independent. It's like you can do this. You can do it. I believe in you. I know you can do this. And motivation can really help someone when it comes to anything. As a matter of fact, too, because it builds confidence. It builds motivation, obviously, and having that confidence to do it. To do all this kind of stuff. That's just one of the best feelings in the world. Eventually, my dad and my mom would say, you have to do this by yourself. You have to make the judgment calls when it comes to anything. When it comes to taking care of yourself in the house, and also running your own business in Autismworks. And to be honest, I'm still kind of nervous when it comes to running my own business in Autismworks. I'm the CEO of Autismworks, and eventually I'm still learning some coaching and all that kind of stuff. I'm gradually getting better when it comes to Autismworks, but I still need some coaching, and it's okay because we all learn our own independence in my own way, and that is how you would develop independence. You know what to do, and I also learned how to talk to strangers. What do I mean by that? Talk to strangers. I thought you're not supposed to talk to strangers. Well, that is true, but at the same time, you gotta know who to talk to whenever you need some help. Whether it's like an employee, like at the Steak and Shake, which is like a burger place. It's okay to talk to employees when you need some help, and you can also, when you're like on the go, you can talk to people that's like a family. You can talk to a family with kids. They're appropriate to talk to because just recently I was kind of a little lost with my bike, and I was too lazy to get my GPS out because I'm on a bike. It's kind of hard to read while you're bicycling, and so I decided to go up to a family with kids, two kids, and I was saying, "Excuse me, do you know where the Space Needle is?" And they say, "Sure. You just go right down this. You just go right down that road, and then you take a right at this street." Taking from my mother and my father, they're really good at talking to people. They're really good at, being friendly and encouraging, and they know which people to talk to as well. And I can learn definitely from them, and we can learn that once you gotta find people that are friendly, that are accompanied with the others, like in the city, because it can be pretty chaotic in the cities too. There's a lot of people that don't seem that friendly, and you gotta stay clear from there. So it's always nice to make great judgment calls for that kind of stuff too. Asking for help, whether it comes to someone completely different, that's also a good sign of independence too, because you are responsible. You know what to do. You want to get the benefits of what you need to do, where to go, and it's all right to do that because responsibility and independence go very well together. That a lot of times, even today, that I'm actually really into being alone by myself because now my mother she kind of works a lot it's with her job, and I'm usually here alone by myself at mom's house. So what do I do? Eventually, I need to work on something and such. Yes, I do work on a job. I work on work on my books, which is see the customers that order, and and then I would print out the labels, and then I would sign and ship. And generally that takes time. It takes a lot of helpful information, from others, whether it's the teachers, tutors, parents, family members, a lot of the times to get to that this position. And it's all about accepting the help and learning how to help others that you're caring for. I just want to point that out. A lot of people would be asking me, "Are you ready to move out to your house or to your own apartment?" And all that kind of stuff by myself. I would want to go move in my own apartment or in my own house, but I don't really quite feel necessarily ready for that. Whether it comes to being financially ready, or kind of mentally ready, or where to be, that kind of stuff too. I'm not ready for that kind of stuff. And thinking out loud, I would say that that I will be able to manage to live on my own, pay the bills and pay my credit card to bill, all that kind of stuff too, because that's another thing that I forgot to mention that too about being independent is learning how to pay your own bills, pay your own credit card stuff. What mom did, she said, right, I'm going to need some help with some bills, and I want you to use your book funds to help me with paying the water bill, the electricity bill, and she always says, I'm going to need some help. Can you do this? And I was like, sure. I'm not sure what to do, but I would like to learn how to do so. And then she would go through all this, step by step on what to do, because the book selling business has been doing great. I've been getting some great income. And then she would also push me into getting my own credit card, to build up credit, right? So she said, hey, we're going to get you a credit card. And I was like, huh? A credit card? I mean, I was very scared about having my own credit card and stuff too, because I'm afraid to, I'll accidentally spend too much. It's kind of a silly little thing that accidentally spend too much, even though I don't really, spend a whole lot, to be honest with you. She said, hey, we're going to get you a credit card. This is what we do. We're going to go step by step on what happens to a credit card. So we're going to start buying one particular item online. When I buy one item online, we just do this for the month, one item. And then we did so. It was like a sweatshirt. And then she said, hey, after the month ends, you're going to get the bill, online, on your email or on paper. You want to choose either one. And then that's when she says, right, so we're going to pay this bill now. So you just go to Chase and do this, credit cards, all that kind of stuff, and then you say pay the bill. I do this stuff, flawlessly, but at the same time, I still need to do stuff, on my own without any reminders whatsoever. So that's what I would like to take away from this is that step by step, and then eventually you would choose whether you want to do it or not. And because everyone has a capability, you just need to learn how to do it. And so If you need help doing certain things, great. It's okay to ask help for all this kind of stuff. And thinking out loud, I really want to figure out how to take how to take complete control of the entire business, and at the same time doing my public speaking engagements without being accompanied by my dad or my mom. I always wanted to take on the challenge, take on the responsibility of being independent, of doing these business, of doing being a businessman all by yourself. And I'm still in the process of training. I'm slowly taking small steps into the whole business world. To say thank you for joining today's webinar, and we hope to see you again next time. Take care.